strong. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Slam, slam, slam.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Cougar 19. 19 Lion.
Fresno. Fresno. Fresno.
On first down, McCollum. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
70 Lion.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Mustang 19.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Back to throw. McCollum. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, McCollum. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Our time.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Third and 20.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Run.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Stays on his feet. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Stroud sets up the play action. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Jacobs from the gun. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Check 26, check 26.
70 Timberwolf. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check.
Looking to throw. McCollum.
Here we go, D.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Warrior 70.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. 70 Timberwolf.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Stroud. Snead's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Check 41. Here we go, D. Check.
Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Let's go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Too little, cupcake. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Option right, here's Stroud. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
I got it. Hey, watch Sam. Watch.
Looking to throw on second down. McCollum.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Still going. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Slam, slam. Here we go. Yeah.
Cowboy 80.
For Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
79 Broncos.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hey, let's get in them holes. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
To throw on second down. McCollum. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okuwebunam. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Any day. 56 to Mike. 56.
Now Stroud.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trap 60, trap 60.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. I got you, punk. 41.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
And this is caught inside the 5. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jacobs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-40 line.
70 Lions.
All right, D, let's try. All right, D.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. McCollum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown. Albert O with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Kings. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. 50.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
A try here for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Oilers 9.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Stroud off the play fake.
That's the way.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
6. I got one. He's checking.
Here goes Stroud again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Pick it up.
Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Right there. 54, right?
Throwing to start the drive. McCollum. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, alert 3, alert
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Sponge. No. 29.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Big edge.
Rush in.
19 Lions.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. In your face.
Looking to throw. McCollum. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Panther 11.
You think you gonna get this?
Check.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Mike, 41. Mike.
Play action. Stroud now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. It's complete to Snead. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Hey, check that street.
And Stroud now to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
You're trash. 29 is the Mike. Mike, 29. Here we go.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
29 is the Mike. Mike, 29.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
29.
Back to throw. McCollum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mike, 29. I got him. 29 is the Mike. Mike, 29. It's our time.
On 3rd down, McCollum. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready for this? They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Watch out.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Cub 19.
Back D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They can't hang with us. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Wow.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCollum. He completes this to Sutton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got four.
Trap 60. Hey, check that street.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check hot route.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
It's our time. It's our Dragon 60.
35's the mic.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hop, go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19 Tiger.
Bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Lucky.
70 Ranger.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Inside the 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, yeah.
19 Lions.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 88 yards. And the Oilers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense says they have it. They do. 1 play into the ball game, an early turnover. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Watch us.
19 Lions.
Watch a slant. He's crashing.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Run.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
I'm going to run you over.
Check 31, check 31.
On third down, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go.
Off play action. Stroud. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Stroud looking to change the play. They'll run it with Jacobs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. Finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's coming. Double up.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Big Lion.
Creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And some strong running. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Drop deep, drop deep. 35's the mic.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On 1st and 10, McCollum on the slant completes to Sutton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 56, Oilers 25.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and a couple.
54. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
19 tight.
Again, it's Williams. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Stroud. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
54. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.